Welcome to the Deasy Show. My name is Andrew. This is Beck.
Hello.
Let's get into it. So the question came up again, as it does from time to time. Hey, is this a stupid question? But I want to do a comp prep, but I don't want to compete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of people ask that one.
Thoughts?
Yes, people want to do that, and then they want like a simulated comp prep.
That's bizarre.
And then they think they will end up looking like an IFBB bikini pro. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they hope for. From 12 weeks of training and that.
Well, they probably saw someone online say, I prepped for 12 weeks, and now I look like this. And so there you go. It takes 12 weeks to look like that.
Yeah.
There's just so many levels, layers, and angles of ignorance involved in this. So I don't even know where to start. To be honest.
Okay. So the main thing that I wanted to say is that being able to see bikini models and what they look like is more accessible nowadays because of social media. So bikini models on TikTok or Instagram and Facebook, and then everyday people who are like doing the 9 to 5 and like trying to just sort of be active and healthy. Then they see those photos and they're like, oh my God, I need to look like that. Otherwise, I'm just a loser.
Yeah, there's a whole social media.
That's the pinnacle of being in the best shape. I need to aspire to that, obviously.
Well, it is the pinnacle of being in the best shape.
Yeah.
Bodybuilders are the master race. But this is a symptom of social media that affects so many things, is that the exception becomes the normal. Like we're connecting the middle of the bell curve average person with the extremities. So you don't follow, this is what I tell people, you don't follow 8,000 people. You don't follow 8,000 sexy bodies on Instagram. And there are 8 billion people in the world, which means the people that you are looking at are more rare than 1 in a billion. And yet you can scroll for hours through a couple of thousand of rarer than 1 in a billion human beings. And because you're scrolling through thousands of them, your brain thinks this is normal, because your brain didn't evolve to look at images of people that are photorealistic. So it's all going into your subconscious that everyone looks like this. And consciously, you know that.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, unconsciously, whatever, all of that is training your perception of reality and normalcy into a rarer than 1 in a billion kind of event. So, yeah, and you're right. And it's a weird cult. Bodybuilding's a weird cult that are totally separate from normal real life and proud of it. At least they were back in my day. As Arnold said, the last thing I'd ever want to be is average. Or what did he say? The last thing I'd ever want to be is the same as everybody else. That'd be terrible. So it's about being exceptional. It's about being weird. It's about rejecting normalcy and doing your own thing and doing it to an extreme extent. So you can take these rare, out of the ordinary, probably psychologically dysfunctional people and turn it into some kind of normalcy bias for yourself through the prism, through the lens of social media.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, first aspect of what's going on here.
Yeah, because like back in the day when there wasn't social media, then I guess the only people who would see the figure models and bodybuilders are people who would go to these shows or see them on a poster or something in the gym. So people who are forced to go to watch you compete, it would be like...
Blessed.
when you were 18 or something doing IFBB, and then they would see that. And then they like carry on with their daily lives.
They go straight back to normal, straight back to real life.
So it's a small amount of people. Yeah.
Well, the predecessor of the social media things were bodybuilding magazines. And so you still had to go out of your way to walk past the shiny, oily, naked man cover photo. Well, instead of walking past it and going, oh, that must be the gay section, you'd have to stop. And because I remember like buying those magazines. It took bravery at the start. Because I'm like,
You're really going to think I'm gay.
I'm going to get judged. This is so friggin'
I thought
weird.
you had a gay training partner back in the day too.
I did. Well, I still don't know. But looking back, it's like, oh that makes sense.
Oh, God.
Because I have the worst gaydar ever. So I've had so many gay mates over the years, and I'm oblivious. Yeah. That's an embarrassing story. But anyway, shout out to Noel. Good bloke.
Okay.
Is he gay? Are you gay, Noel? I don't know. Like, no one cares. If you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now there's like live streaming of like the Olympia,
Oh,
which is
loads
like
of
the
shows.
best of the best. And everyday chicks who are in their home gyms are like at home watching that, and they're like, "Yeah, I want to be like who's the best bikini model you would say right now?"
I don't even know who Miss Bikini Olympia is. They've all got like Spanish-sounding names that I can't remember.
Yeah, and they're like, "I need to look like that," but then you're not thinking about everything that person has to do just to look like that for one day.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You can't have your normal life and look after your kids at home and do your job as well, your part-time job or whatever you do, look after your kids, look after your husband. You can't do all that well and then be like, I'm going to be like Laura Lee and have massive glutes and then go compete and win. Yay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have a goal to work towards. I don't want people to think that they shouldn't have goals. It's just that they may not understand how much is really involved at competing at that level to achieve that physique. Like, we're not talking about natural bodybuilding, Coffs Harbour show. We're talking about outstanding, exceptional genetics, follow through with the program, like to a T, perfection, nailing everything. Yeah.
Well, good. We've got our first disagreement. I disagree.
Okay, go ahead.
Because this is, again, one of the things I tell people that is weird about bodybuilding. It is extreme by its nature, in that if you have the pro league of baseball or football or something, then you've got the little league kids and they're playing the same sport, but everybody knows you're not doing the same thing, right? The under nines people or under six kids on the half a football field, they're not training the same way that the pros are. They don't follow the same rules. Everything's dumbed down and simplified, and it's not that serious. Whereas Miss Bikini Coffs Harbour Natural actually does live the same lifestyle as Miss Bikini Olympia. Mm-hmm. If she wants to fucking win.
Why?
Why? Because there is no shallow end of the pool with bodybuilding. Like, you have to if you don't nail your macros, you fail. You fail. It's not like you're kind of doing it or you're doing it on a different level. The levels are determined by your genetics, your experience, like how long you're doing it, and what drugs you're taking.
But
that's what creates the levels. But
for bikini models, if you have like some natural beauty, it's helpful.
That's part of your genetics. But the thing is, you have to train until your fucking eyeballs bleed. You have to. The little tiny bikini girl in the gym will terrify all of the normies in the gym because she's a psychotic beast. Like the little 100-pound bikini girl is twice the woman you are, Karen. She's twice your strength. Yes, she's half your weight, but that's because you're fat. It's not because you're big. She is an extremist. She is a monster, right? To win, natural Miss Coffs Harbour. Now, the difference between her and Laura Lee is genetics, drugs, and time. That's it. But the process, the lifestyle, everything that you put into it is the same, is what I would say. And the people who people who think otherwise are the losers who show up to the Coffs Harbour show and look like shit. Because there is no little leagues. You know what I'm saying? There is no, I can casually do this. I can do this a little bit. No, you're just failing.
Yeah.
You're either an extremist or you're a loser in bodybuilding.
I do think once you start taking some steroids, then your prob's like more elite.
Let's clip that. What? What? Explain yourself.
Like, I don't know. It's just like a whole other thing you have to do. Like, don't you need
Go
like
on.
specific? You need like a pharmacist and a doctor and specific advice from your coach who understands it and like.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so that
Okay.
you
Now I
don't
understand
kill
where you're going.
yourself. Like that makes it. It's
Sure. All right. Okay. Now I understand.
health-wise, it can be terrifying. Whereas if you're doing like a natural bodybuilding show, you're training, hitting your macros, learning how to pose, getting fitted for a bikini.
Cool.
But you're not worrying about if you're overdosing on something, if your liver's going to break down soon. Like, you don't have to worry about that element or your voice changing, which I've seen some obvious ones over the years.
Oh, yeah. Will I have sudden kidney shutdown the day after the show and die?
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, in the interest of making a podcast more interesting, I'll just disagree with you and say that it's actually what you're talking about is a difference in coaching. So, I mean, maybe if you're coaching yourself, but coaching enhanced competitors is way more complicated than natural competitors. It's an additional skill set and a slightly different skill set. So if you go to the extreme example, who was it? Was it Damon Hayhow? I think. Love him or hate him. I love his social media. He was just taking the piss out of these IFBB pro bodybuilders doing their fake, lame, soft training. And he was explaining that the reason is because they've pumped their muscles so full of synthol that if they train like a man, they're going to rip themselves apart.
Okay.
So what they are doing now in the men's IFBB pro open bodybuilding is finally actually the stereotype of those I'm anti-drugs and it's all fake muscle and they're not even that strong and blah, blah. All that bullshit, which is basically not true for bodybuilding. It kind of is true for these guys who are clouds of oil. They are getting weaker because they can't train, because if they do, these inflamed, swollen, bubble oil muscles will tear.
And that's not good for your health. That's the thing. We're saying...
That's an understatement.
We're saying that bitches want to be bikini models because they believe it's the pinnacle of health and beauty and desire.
They don't care about the health part.
Well, I
the
thought
beauty
that
and
was
desire
part.
part.
Being strong. It's that what's it called? Miss Congeniality. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States. And he's like, she's Miss United States. And then like the whole like set backdrop is like in flames falling down like around them as the girls fight for the crown.
FYI, she sings this song to the animals
Miss
in the
United
house.
States.
I've never seen the movie. But
It's such a good movie.
Good times. Anyway, so there is a whole set of considerations. If you're going to blow yourself up with synthol, and I'll get back to the topic, if you blow yourself up with synthol, then you can't train like a natural bodybuilder anymore. So it's a different skill set.
Training is shit now.
So your training is different. Yeah, it's shit.
Shithouse.
It's fake because your muscle's fake, so your training's fake. But then there's a whole skill set around diet and training. If you then blast shitloads of insulin and you have to cram in 1,000 grams of carbs a day to turn into a water buffalo or a cane toad or whatever an IFBB pro is nowadays, then there's a whole different approach to diet. So it's not just more complicated, it's also different. It's a different game. So you can't get me who knows training and diet and then just add drugs and now I'm an enhanced coach. No, because the training and diet might actually change in correlation with the drug. So it becomes more complicated. On top of that, then as you say, you need to be either a real pharmacist or a black market underground pharmacist to know which drugs to use,
Especially
how much.
Australia. Especially in Australia.
Why?
You would need to be on the black market underground because you're not allowed to take any drugs in Australia.
That's the same as the USA. That's the same as
really?
Canada. It's the same as the UK. Yeah, absolutely.
I thought in the US they were allowed it.
No, that's why you got all those fake natties in America.
Okay.
Saying I've never used drugs, and then Karens on the internet are like, why are you lying? Just tell the truth. Okay, Karen, are you going to admit to a crime on camera.
Yeah, and then you're going to go to jail. Okay.
Oh, yeah, then there's the whole jail thing. Yeah, of course they say no. Anyway, yeah, so there's massive complication in the coaching of enhanced competitors. So something like bikini, I assume, because I've not done it, coaching enhanced competitors like to the stage and stuff. But I imagine it would be quite close. I imagine it would be the same as a natty plus Anavar and Clen. And then it makes the same things you do work better. Okay? And if you're an enhanced coach, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it'd be like that. And then at the extreme end of the spectrum, you've got these synthol guys where your training has to be completely different and you're blasting insulin and you've got to eat a ton of carbs and all this weird shit goes on. So there'd be a whole range in there where it's more complicated and more difficult to get the recipe right. Because when you're doing natural bodybuilding, the recipe is very simple. Hit your macros and train. Don't push out, be consistent. Ta-da, done. And I assume that is very much the same as Miss Bikini Olympia, but Miss Bikini Olympia will take some Anavar, take some Clen, maybe some diuretics before the stage, maybe some estrogen blockers before the stage because their skin is so thin and everything looks so hard. They don't look, womanly and soft and collagen-y female skin. It's like reptilian snake's belly skin all over their body. Like this is a different hormonal profile, to the average woman. But training and diet pretty much just as hard.
Okay.
I think.
Well, it should be.
Well, it should be. There we go. The should statements have started.
Yeah. In your opinion, it should be.
In my opinion?
Yeah.
No, this is not my opinion. I'm not imposing my opinion. I'm telling you that if you want to just show up to Miss Coffs Harbour, you need to train like you're training for Miss Bikini Olympia because everybody else at the local show is. Everyone is working really friggin' hard at a local natural bodybuilding show. The reason they don't look that impressive is because they don't have the genetics, they haven't been doing it for 10 years, and they're not on drugs. So that's what separates the impressive natural bodybuilders from the mind-blowing people that you see on Instagram. I don't think they are necessarily doing much crazier stuff because doing a natural bodybuilding comp, you're going to ruin your hormones, you're going to ruin your life, your sleep's shit,
yeah,
you're in a terrible mood, you're not performing at work, you're a terrible partner to your significant other, you're a terrible friend. Like, you set your life on fire just to do the natural comp. I don't think it's going to be much worse if you do that in Las Vegas with a little bit of Anavar and Clen. Like, it's pretty much the same thing. And so that's what people don't understand is what you're saying. Yes, you have to set your life on fire to be Miss Bikini Olympia in Las Vegas, but you have to set your life on fire to be Miss Coffs Harbour. Natural as well. And that ties into one of the other misconceptions that I think people have is that I have a pretty good vocabulary, but I lack the vocabulary to describe how much of a confusing headfuck it is. The difference between seeing a pre-comp bodybuilder in the gym, at home, backstage, on stage, or a photograph of them on stage. That the same person in these different contexts with different amounts of tan, different lighting, different carbing up, different posing looks completely different. It is so hard to get across how confusing it can be that it can still trick me to this day, that I can see people backstage and go, holy shit, they're amazing. And then on stage, they're not, or vice versa. Or on social media, because what happens is I'll have a team of competitors, not so much anymore, I only coach a handful of people at a time, but it used to be 20 or 30 people, and then they would all go crazy together. So it's compounding crazy, and they would all be stalking the competition online as everyone's doing their check-ins and updates and stuff. And the best story I have, the best example is when we were going to Townsville, there was some chick, I don't know where she was from, maybe from Townsville, maybe from somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
This blonde bikini competitor was going to go and do this show, and looking at the photos that she was posting as she was doing her prep over time, because my competitors would come to me, oh my God, look at this. I'm like, okay, shit. Looking at those photos, I was convinced she's probably going to win the overall.
Yeah.
Then we get to the comp, and everyone's like, oh, why do we even bother competing? Because we can't beat her, blah, 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 blah. Which is why I say just don't look, because there's nothing to be gained from stalking the competition.
Yeah.
Then we go to the competition. She doesn't even show up.
Oh.
Then I look at the photos of the comp afterwards. She did show up. We just didn't even fucking notice that she was on the stage whilst we wiped the floor with everyone. So somebody who can intimidate me, who knows these physiques and knows how confusing it can be, as an image here will look different and the same as some other image somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. It confused me. She showed up and was so unimpressive that no one even noticed she was there. She's part of the background. And on Instagram, king of the world.
Yeah, I think that also happened in Gladstone.
Oh, it happens all the time, but that was just the most extreme example that I could think of.
Yeah. And also forgetting that there are like those editor apps that you can like change things on your body to look better and have a smaller waist and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're looking at someone on Instagram and aspiring to be them, that may not actually be what they look like.
Yeah, almost certainly. There are, it's happened for years. Competitors, I remember back in 2016, there was a competitor who used to shrink her waist and improve her proportions. And again, then my clients would be like, oh my God, look at her. I'm like, I've seen her on stage. She doesn't look like that. And the thing is, this is the level of mental illness involved. You can look up, she's been on stage, which means you can just look up photos of her and you can see what she really looks like. And it's not like her Instagram feed. What the fuck? Like at least that, God, I can't remember her name. There was that fitness influencer. She was the biggest thing in the world in 2014, 2015. And now, of course, she's nowhere. Such is the churn rate of, the it girl. Whoever's the queen of the universe now is forgotten in 5 years and replaced by a new cohort. Tip of my tongue, but I can't remember her name. But she was notorious for photoshopping all of her stuff. But smart enough to not compete. Pick a lane, either win on Instagram or win on stage. And she won on Instagram because that's where you get paid. You don't get paid getting on stage.
Exactly.
So, yeah, misconceptions about what you're actually looking at. So people see the polished, shiny stage image and go, that's the pinnacle of aesthetics. True. I want to look like that. Sure. But what you should look at is that exact same person 1 or 2 days before in her bathroom mirror selfie. And then you see Gollum.
Yeah.
Then you see a monster from the Lord of the Rings. She looks disgusting.
Yeah.
She's like sunken eyes and cheeks and...
Yeah, without the makeup and the tan and the sparkly bikini, it's like you're dead inside.
You're dead on the outside as well. You're definitely dead inside, but on stage it looks like you're alive and vibrant on the outside. So yeah, that actual physique is not actually what you want. And if you see that person 20 weeks before the show,
that's the person.
That's the hottest chick in the gym. That's a chick who will blow your fucking mind. And then you, Karen, as a normie, will ask this super hottie, are you competing this weekend? Because that's what it looks like.
Yes.
When you see a real champion who is 5 months away from a show, you, as a normie who hasn't seen all of these head fucking tricks that I've seen, you will think that she's competing this weekend because her in the gym in front of you looks like the stage image. But to create the actual image on stage, she has to starve herself for 5 months. Again, so hard to get people to understand this with just me talking. You have to sort of be around it to experience it and understand it. But, bodybuilders will give each other compliments before comp saying, wow, that's gross. You look disgusting. Because you should. You should be looking gross and disgusting and unhealthy.
Yeah.
That's how you look healthy and glowing and amazing on stage. So what you want is the image from the stage. What that image actually looks like in real life is 20 weeks before the stage.
Yeah.
So that's probably the big thing that I think people need to understand.
Yep, they don't want to actually look like the bikini competitor on the day, is what you're saying.
No, what you want to do is look like the champion in the off season. And so I've done this before. I've made this post in Fit Girl Club where I'll have photos of you, Simone, and Kat, I think it was, in your off season. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is what 3 natural bikini pros look like when they're not even trying. Because eating protein and training is just a lifestyle. You're not even trying. You're not in comp prep. You're not setting your life on fire, and this is what you look like. That's the goal that you actually want. The goal you think you want is you guys on stage.
All the horrible shit that
is all
you
the
have to do
horrible shit. And this
to
is
get to show day.
yeah. And this is
the
the thing.
peak week.
Like, so when someone says, I want a simulated comp prep, you and I immediately go, what? Is this some like sadomasochistic bondage fetish thing? Like, oh, I want to be punished and suffer? Like, that's what we think.
And then you don't have that end goal in mind where you're like, oh shit, I need to get in shape because I'm going to be on stage soon and I'm going to be in a bikini and like people are going to be looking at me. Like that is a terrifying thing for most people. Like just having that
for anyone sane.
Yeah, in your mind, the date and what you're going to have to do in a bikini is enough to make you not want to be fat.
And fat being a relative term, i.e. any visible fat on your body anywhere at all is fat. Remember the time we were doing group HIIT at Granite 4 and I got you to bring in a bikini because you were an experienced competitor by that stage. Yeah. And so whilst everyone is doing team HIIT in this giant room, I then... and feeling sorry for themselves because I'm an asshole and I'm like destroying them with HIIT. I got Beck's bikini bottoms, which are about this big, like smaller than a tissue, and then held them up in front of each wannabe competitor whilst they were training, just as a reminder. And so you need that level of fear to actually go through all of the pain and suffering. This is the other thing that people don't understand. You won't. No one ever has. Everyone says, oh, I'd like to do comp prep but not compete.
Yeah,
it's never been done. No one will put themselves through it. I want to experience hypoxia pain, the risk of death, utter exhaustion, the kind of experience you get by climbing Mount Everest, but without climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah,
no.
And when it comes to winter and you have to wake up early and do the uncomfortable shit so that you can look amazing, you're not going to do the uncomfortable shit because you don't have to be uncomfortable on stage. You don't have to.
Well, sitting on a chair hurts because you have no fat on your glutes anymore. Like, at some point, you're going to say, why am I doing this? Because let me tell you, when you're doing comp prep, you think, why am I doing this? Like, that happens.
Definitely. When you're super hungry still and you're just so tired and you've had like a full day of work and then you've got to go to the gym and just train and you feel like your training is just garbage because you don't have any real energy to train. That's when you'll be like, why am I doing this?
Yep. So you're thinking, why the hell am I doing this to myself when you've got that terrifying fear of getting on stage? Take away the terrifying fear of getting on stage and the why am I doing this becomes a very, very serious question, which you will answer with, because I'm dumb and now I'll stop. And that's why no one does this, I'll do a comp prep without competing thing.
No, I don't know anyone who does it. You're right. People think they want to do it. Yeah.
People think they want to do it. You don't.
It's very easy to say, I want to look like her.
Yes.
It's very easy to say that. And then...
And reasonable.
You don't understand what's involved. But also the pageant element.
Yeah.
The Miss United States element.
The Miss United States.
There is that whole other aspect, which is your stage presence, posing really well and outshining the competition, engaging with the judges, getting the judges to love you. Everything has to be perfect. You don't want your bikini to snap off on stage. There's so many other things you have to worry about to get that on stage amazing photo. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I think people can understand that And that's the bit they don't want. All of that hard work, I'll just skip all of that and just do the diet and training part to get the body part. So that's what they think is going to happen, but it's just not. And so firstly, you don't know what it is. You don't realize that you would never do it. No one would ever do it unless they were going all the way and actually competing. And you don't realize that the goal isn't your goal. Your real goal is off season.
Yeah.
Which should, if you get in the right headspace and the right habits, should be easy. No one's life is easy, but choose your hard, right? That's probably a better way to put it. So showing up at the gym all the time, out training everybody else in the gym all the time, and eating protein all the time, and not overeating calories all the time equals hottest chick in the gym, which is what you really want. So, and then to the extent that, as I said, normies will think that you're competing this weekend when you're actually 5 months of dieting away. But because you're 5 months of dieting away, your hormones aren't screwed. You're eating enough food, you can sleep, you're not wasting all of your time doing mindless calorie burning, and on and on and on and on. The off-season natural bodybuilding lifestyle is the shit, man. Like that's where people should be at.
Yes, I agree. You want, those muscles.
You want those muscles.
You want that shape.
Yes.
You want that size. And you don't want to be... I don't know if there's an aspect of it as well when you see that photo for women and they're like, oh, if I looked like her, then I wouldn't have any issues with food and overeating. But it's the opposite. Because if you want to establish a healthy relationship with food and diet, don't do a comp prep.
No. No. Because a natural bodybuilding lifestyle is sane, and then any kind of competition prep is by definition insane. You are just departing from sanity for a temporary goal, and then hopefully you can return to sanity again, and most people do. But often the return journey to sanity and balance is a rough and bumpy road, which, I don't know, people do talk about, but I don't know if people are listening, if you know what I mean. Like, lots of competitors will say, oh my God, I was a mess after show, blah, blah, blah. But no one hears that because it's not interesting. Maybe.
Yeah, like the post-comp blues and all that jazz.
Post-comp blues and the rebound binge eating. And
this is fun stuff for you to look forward to after you compete. All that jazz.
Depression and binge eating.
Anxiety. Yeah, the post-comp blues is a real thing. Yes, that's another reason why when you see a photo of someone, you're like, I want to be her and do a comp prep. No, you probably don't.
You really don't want to live her life. You really don't.
Because afterwards, it's not good times. Like, how many, donuts in left tears?
Yeah. I mean, and there are, of course, there's exceptions to everything. There's some extreme outlier freaks who, can take all this in their stride. And do show after show after show and whatever. And they've got a combination of probably the genetics to stay quite lean without ruining their health and without ruining their hormones, so that a comp prep for them is like a few weeks of dieting and then their off season is freakishly lean. So it's not such a massive transition and it's not so traumatic physically. And they've got the psychology to stick with that, and they're okay. But the vast majority of people are not like that. That's just not the way it is. And there's plenty of people who create an image like that online, the fitness influencers and stuff, not so much competitors, but the influencers who are perpetually minus 3% body fat every single day for 5 years, allegedly. Maybe they are, maybe all those photos were taken on the same day and then they just spread them out.
Ah, yes, good point.
So there's option A, they're full of shit and they don't really look like that all the time. Or option B, they do really look like that all the time, and that's even worse than bodybuilding competitions in terms of health and psychological well-being, because that person's proper crazy. If you're walking around, like these dudes walking around at 5% body fat for years at a time, holy shit. Like, you really hate yourself and you really need validation from the internet to put yourself through that level of misery all the time.
Yeah.
And they would be masking the symptoms of that because like any chance of natural testosterone for a man who's like living at 5% body fat gone.
Yeah,
so you're replacing that. You're pinning testosterone, so you're solving that problem, and then probably your energy and stuff is going to have like a pharmacological solution to it as well. It'd be messy. It'd be very, very ugly inside the lives of these beautiful, beautiful people who have these insane physiques forever. Like, it's so far removed from your average bloke or your average chick who wants to get in shape but doesn't want to completely destroy their entire life. And so that's what we're saying, is that, yes, you can radically improve your physique and look awesome without destroying your life if you just do like natural off-season bodybuilding stuff. It's actually quite mundane. It's certainly very boring. But there's not that much extreme about it. As soon as you go to, I want to compete, then you've just flicked the extreme switch. And it's probably not relevant or appropriate for most people most of the time. I tell competitors, competing is not for everyone all of the time.
Yeah. And also remember, the people you're going to see at the shows and meet and have to hang out with are also crazy. This is going to become your new like peer group on the weekends. Crazy. Yay. Mental health improvements. No.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
It's a lot of crazy bodybuilders out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's not many sane ones, is probably a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So this is why, and now we sort of tread into this weird territory where I've got to be so careful with how I speak. But
as opposed to all the other times when you speak, and you're careful not to offend anyone. Yes. He is very careful. Sorry if he hurt your feelings.
Anyway, so because it comes across, we've got this sort of taboo in Western modern society of there's no such thing as an ideal weight. You can't tell people what to look like, blah, 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 blah. Everyone is the same and everyone's a unique, special snowflake at the same time. It's very confusing. But imposing standards upon other people is wrong, is like a general trend. So I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is saying the confused gobbledygook that you're coming up with to describe your goal, I actually understand your goal better than you do. I actually understand your psychology better than you do. And again, that's another taboo. Oh, no, you can't judge a book by its cover. You don't understand. I've seen so many thousands of you that I know what you're thinking before you think it.
Yeah.
It's like when people go through the blitz, every time someone makes the comment, oh my God, you're reading my mind. How did you know? Because I know that if you're the sort of person who has this sort of goal and you do this sort of process, after 3 weeks, you're going to be feeling this, which means you're going to think that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not reading your mind. It's just that you're not that fucking special. Okay? Most of us are not that special. So, yeah, when people are saying this stuff, I know what you actually want, which is off-season bikini champion body.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem saying, and you should go for it because it's actually healthy and sustainable. Had a conversation.
That's a good point.
Had a conversation with a client this week. And then I was about to say on the other side. It's not the other side, but in a different vein, you got these people, particularly Americans, love you guys, but why did you just look so disappointed?
Because you're going to offend the Americans, which are our main clients.
Yeah, but I've offended half of America, and then the other half seems to like me because I offended the first half. The side that likes to keep it real are the people who like me, and then the easily
I know.
And then the easily offended are easily offended. But there's a normalcy bias for obesity, particularly in America, like in Western civilization, but particularly in America. It's always the Americans who have their minds blown the most when they go, okay, here's a BMI chart. Species, human, like, let's start here. Here's the way things actually work.
That is true.
Because they've got this idea that it's normal for women to be walking around at 180 pounds.
I don't know how many kilos that is.
82.
Oh, yeah, that's way too much.
And so I have to have these conversations. I have to have the same conversation over and over and over again. Where I'm like, no. you don't even have to have this conversation with me. You could fucking Google it. Just Google, how much does Miss Bikini Olympia weigh? And you're looking at these thumping massive quads, giant glutes, capped delts, muscle on muscle. She's twice as big as you. She is twice as powerful as you. She is twice the woman you are. She weighs 99 pounds. Right? And the people just don't get it. And the cognitive dissonance kicks in. And it's like, oh, but that hurts my feelings. So therefore, it's not true. What is true? Oh, I'm just bigger than Miss fucking Olympia because I've been lifting weights for 6 months. I'm too awesome. That's the problem.
I lift heavier than her.
Or I've got better genetics.
To be fatter?
No, bigger. Because here's the other thing. We can't say, hey, fat person, you're fat. We have to say, you're a bigger girl. You're not fucking bigger. I'm big. You're fat. Well, I'm big and fat. You can be two at once. But so these people will then go and get on stage at 140 pounds when they should be 110, lose badly, and then decide, why did I lose? Why don't I look like the other guy? Because I'm too big. I'm too awesome.
These people? Who are talking about now?
You don't think this is real? I'm telling you, this is real. Chicks will get on stage, fat, lose, and then the answer is not because I'm fat. It's because I'm too big. Bigness. It's not muscle, it's not fat, it's bigness. It's a third state of matter that we're previously unaware of. And then they go, actually, I'm a figure competitor. Actually, I'm a wellness competitor. And I'm going to step up.
That's why they created wellness for those people. Especially in natural bodybuilding shows.
I've never received
wellness for the too fat people.
I've never received more hate online than when I had a crack at wellness.
And fight at people
years ago.
When you fight with people online.
I'm trying to stop. It's a problem. But you're derailing me again. So chicks will get on stage, fucking 20, 30, 40 pounds too fat, lose, get destroyed, and then go, the problem is I'm too awesome. And this is so weird to me because I thought men were the arrogant ones. God grant me the confidence of a mediocre white woman is what the expression should be. Because you don't see guys doing this. I don't see guys showing up to do a men's physique board shorts division with a beer gut, lose, and then go, it's because I'm too jacked, right? It's because I'm too awesome. I'll step up to bodybuilding. That doesn't happen.
Well, maybe if they're like super crazy, but...
Sure.
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
a few super crazy guys. But girls do this all the time because they refuse to believe that everyone on stage or every 5'4" woman is about 110 pounds, plus or minus a bit. They go, no, but I'm different. I'll show up at 140.
Yeah, you're different. You're special.
Andrew, you don't understand how special I am.
I've lost sight of what we're talking about at this point. Because now what are we actually talking about?
We're talking about people's delusions when it comes to competing.
Okay.
Right? So
I've
decided to take a slight hobby horse tangent. Now you've cracked the whip. But I think it's tangentially relevant that people don't understand what they're looking at. You're looking at a 99-pound shriveled raisin. And so when you at 140 pounds look in the mirror with some rose-colored glasses, you see Miss Bikini Olympia image on stage. If Miss Bikini Olympia was in your bathroom with you, standing next to you, then you might get it. And then you might go, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know it was like that. I don't really need that. No, you want to be halfway. Again, quoting Coach Greg, you probably do. I just had a chat with a client this week, and I told her, realistically, you should be walking around at your height at about 135 pounds so that you can compete. I told her 120. Really, it's probably going to be 110, 115. But whatever. She's going to watch this.
Yeah, she's going to know that.
She's going to know that. So I've snuck that in there.
Eased her into it, yep.
Easing her into it. You probably should be walking around about 130. And again, here it is. It's a man telling a woman what she should weigh. If you want to compete, then you should be a competitor. And being a competitor means eating and training and walking around at 135 pounds, and that's not even trying. So then you can start trying, start doing comp rep, and you're going to be south of 120 pounds on stage. So I told her, 135 pounds. And she's like, what? Round here? Me at 135 pounds? I'd be a 10 in Kentucky. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. If you're in off-season, you'll be a 10. And then I thought, oh, fuck, I'm probably a 4 in Canggu.
I don't know.
Probably not even that.
Well, there's a lot of gym tan laundry that needs to go on.
What? Gym tan laundry? Is that what you said?
Yes! From Jersey Shore. That's the dudes in Canggu. They have their routine. I mean, they don't do the laundry.
If you're going to make cultural references, they need to be pre-1995, or I have no idea what you're talking about. Miss United States, gym tan laundry, Jersey Shore.
Yeah, they do their training and their running and the ice bath and the sauna and the facial and...
Okay, from now on, you're allowed to make references to Pumping Iron, Rocky movies, Terminator movies, Rambo movies, and The Predator. Okay? So if you just want to make references to that, I'm going to be on board. This weird shit you're talking about, I have no idea. Jersey Shore. Jesus Christ. Anyway, and I should get a t-shirt made. I'm a 4 in Canggu, but I'm a 10 in Kentucky. But that's kind of the point.
And then we can go to Kentucky.
Maybe not in that t-shirt. I'd love to go to Kentucky. But yeah, you will be a 10. This is true. You will be a 10 when you're in the off season and you're not even trying.
And you should be.
And I don't see a problem recommending that to people because it's healthy. That's the moral of the story.
Yes, I agree. It's much healthier than actually comp day is. Because comp day is not healthy. You have to wake up at the crack of fucking dawn to go get tanned on a balcony in the freezing cold. It's horrible. You're starving. You know, you just did peak week. You want to eat some real food and you got to starve all day and like... not have too much water.
Coach D's backstage with you.
Plus you stink and you can't have deodorant. Like, ugh.
Can't wash your hands.
Yeah, you can't go to the toilet properly.
You need a prosthetic device to go to the toilet.
But I do love bikini shows. I love... swimsuit is my fave. I mean, yes, I love bikini, but swimsuit, just love it so much.
It's a good aesthetic.
It's my fave. Swimsuit division is my all-time fave in ICN.
How are we going for time? Oh, good.
When I think about it, I'm like, yes, I want to wear a nice swimsuit.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just judged the ICN Bali International the other week, because obviously we're recording this weeks ahead of when it goes up online.
Yeah, so it'll be a bit later.
And I shared a few live streams. I tried to do as much as I could, share streaming stuff on the phone whilst actually doing my job, and made a point of streaming some of the funnier ones, the strange new divisions that are out there.
Oh, yeah. The gym pants one.
Thoughts on these new divisions? Go on, Miss Andrew Offends People.
Oh, okay.
Tell us your thoughts.
Just that's another way for them to make money.
Sure.
Yeah, and same with the jeans division for the boys. They're just adding an extra division to get more money. Because normal people will see that, what you put up in the figure club, and they're like, why is she wearing gym pants? And that's a real question.
Yeah, so
why?
We haven't defined anything, so people who...
What was the division?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You didn't define anything. You just started spouting opinions on something you haven't defined. So if you're listening or watching this...
define the gym division for me since you're judging.
Well, there's a whole bunch of new divisions, for those who don't know. This was ICN was the particular federation, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on everywhere. Guys in jeans... chicks in jeans and a white crop top, chicks in gym wear. I think I call it gym model. Oh, so there was
girls with jeans too.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't stream that one.
Ugh.
And that one was particularly funny. Well, you say ugh, but it was actually a pretty good aesthetic.
Okay.
The funniest part of that was Team Mongolia. I don't think... So here's the thing. Other races, not so good at tanning. White people tend to have more practice and thus more competence at tanning. But these other races, they struggle. So, like, dark-skinned Indonesians, like, you still have to get a comp tan. Like, what? And it's just, it looks like it's everyone's first attempt at using comp tan, which is like radioactive waste. You've got to be so careful with that shit. It gets everywhere. You smudge it, it streaks, all sorts of problems.
Especially that dream tan.
Yes. So there's a whole, it's a whole skill set of just dealing with that. And Team Mongolia did not have that skill set. And
Okay.
the funniest part is, so you won't get it immediately if you don't know competing, but changing outfits backstage between bikini and swimsuit and stuff.
Bad idea.
Now imagine, right? And so these suits of different kinds that women wear will usually have connectors and stuff, so you put things on and off like a bra. How about a white crop top? Sports gym crop top, which is,
Oh.
Imagine putting that on when you're covered in slimy brown
your
tan.
whole fucking tan, and you just ruined that top as well.
So there's just brown.
Ew. See, this is the part of bodybuilding that people don't know.
So
that they want to do.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So the theory is you're going to get like a chick in stripper heels, tight jeans, and a white crop top, and she's in banging shape. It actually does look good. It's weird, sure, but it's a bodybuilding show. Everything is weird. Like, you signed up for weird the moment you walked in the door. So, like, I don't get so judgy about it. I don't understand why people do. Wow, I just felt a crushing weight of hypocrisy as the words came out of my mouth. Here I am.
Yeah, you get really judgy about other things.
Yes. So...
Oops.
Who's to say what the outfit needs to be and stuff? But when you start covering up 90% of your body, then is this a physique comp anymore? What the hell's going on? I understand that confusion.
Yes. Good point. I've never made that point.
Yeah. But, you know, it kind of looks good, but it's like practically very hard to achieve. So here's the idea. Bikini makers out there, if this is going to be a thing, right? If we're going to have more crop top divisions, we're going to need crop tops with connectors, so that they can actually get on and off without being utterly destroyed. Because elastic, you're going to pull it over your head. It's going to destroy your hair. It's going to destroy your tan.
And your makeup.
A terrible idea.
I think this is like an ASEAN Indonesia only problem.
Oh, really? Okay. Because if you go to South Korea, you're going to find like 1,000 dudes in skinny jeans on stage and chicks, and it's a whole thing.
I would like to go to South Korea. So whenever they're like, yo, Andrew, get over here and judge this, please say yes.
Sure. Yeah, we go. Put our shingle out. Judge for hire.
South Korea.
Interesting countries that we haven't visited.
Vietnam.
Top of the list. Yep. And Vietnam. They're doing this stuff as well. So, because I remember seeing the skinny boys in jeans like the first time we came to Indonesia. It was like 2016, 2017, whatever it was. We were in that Surya gym before it was Surya Palace. And they had the hero photos up on the wall. And it was all like ripped Indo guys in jeans. We're like, what the hell is this? Fast forward a little while and it's blowing up. So we've got this...
it's weird though because you don't want to wear jeans in Bali.
I don't. The Indos do. You'll see them out there in jeans and a tracksuit top.
Yeah, I still don't understand.
Like hoodies and stuff because they're covering up from the sun. And they don't immediately die of heat like I would.
Is it they don't want to get burnt?
Well, they don't want to get their skin any darker.
Oh, because they want paler skin.
They want paler skin. Yes.
Okay.
You know what that's about, right?
They want to be Korean. Japanese.
No, it's if you have really dark skin, it means you work outside in the fields and you're lower status.
Yeah.
And if you if you have lighter skin, it means you're inside, which means you have more leisure or higher profession and that sort of thing. Whereas in post-World War II Western civilization, it was precisely the opposite. So if you were in England working in a coal mine, you never saw the sun, you're all pale and pasty. But if you have a tan in England, it means, you've been on holiday to the south of France or Italy or something, so you've got money. So for us, the darker skin is a status thing, and then for people around here in this area of the world, it's the opposite. It's the opposite shade, but for exactly the same reason. Anyway, now who's gotten us off track?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beck.
Anyway,
so yeah, judge those divisions, and you're confused. Everyone's confused, but it's probably going to be a thing. Angels is a thing. It's still a thing.
yeah, Angels is great. I loved it.
Well, then let people enjoy what they love. If people love the jeans
Enjoy
thing,
your outfits.
if people love the gym wear, I don't understand. Gym model actually does confuse me because especially if you're in a federation that has sports model, then you're wearing kind of just really.
You're already wearing that outfit.
You're wearing extremely small gym gear. Well, extremely small for everywhere else in the world, but it's still not as slutty as your average Canggu chick. But it's.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Carla's naked ass cheek at the steakhouse in Umalas. Because we were sitting at the table and this naked ass walks past.
Some chick called Carla.
And without looking up, I went, oh, Carla's here. Because I've seen her naked ass so many times at the gym
Yeah.
that I could recognize it in a steakhouse. That's Canggu. Anyway, so if you've got a sports model division where you're wearing sports gear, why the gym model division? That seems to be the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I already answered your dumb question, which is that the president and promoter would like some more money for their holidays. The end.
Yeah, but I think
If you're confused about who you're paying money to when you're doing a bodybuilding show, just remember the promoter or president are having a great holiday thanks to you.
And just remember, if you've never run a business, those promoters have got shitloads of expenses.
Oh, yeah, they have stuff to pay for.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, blah, blah. Bloody communist over here.
I'm not a communist.
Workers of the world unite bullshit.
Yeah,
but two things can be true at once. Like, yes, you make more money, and that might be necessary because everything costs so much goddamn money. I don't know.
So they have to put it in.
So maybe if you throw a few more divisions in there, you can make a few extra shekels and actually make the thing happen. But on the other hand, at the same time, some people love this shit. You love wings, that Angels thing.
Oh, yeah, I've still got videos of that. Of me 2017.
Well, you just sit around staring at videos of yourself?
But I've got like that whole show on video.
What show?
Miss Brisbane, something or other.
Something or other? 2017?
Season A, yeah, when I turned pro.
Yeah. That was the year you won Miss
great.
Brisbane.
There's also some really great videos of Granite Girls.
Right.
In swimsuit division. Oh, really good, yeah. I've got all those videos. It's on my computer somewhere.
Yeah. 2017.
They're great videos. I should give them to you to put in the Fit Girl Club.
Duh.
I need to find them.
Or you could just post them.
I don't know. Technology has not been good to me this past week.
No, you've been as cursed as I usually am when it comes to
I'll
technology.
try and open a Word document. It's like, nope, you don't have Word. Fuck you.
Too much of a boomer to understand
Thumbs up on
Word,
the screen.
apparently.
Fuck you and die.
Error 405. Go die in a fire.
Which is funny because my brother would always say that when he was playing PlayStation games and losing.
What?
Die in a fire. DIAF.
Right.
Which is a shortened version.
So this is...
The nerds would send that to each other.
So this psychopathy is a family thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember the first time I've ever heard such an ugly thing, and it was you with road rage.
Yeah.
And I think
It's a good thing I don't drive a car anymore.
And I think I died laughing.
In Australia.
Yeah.
I still got like a little road rage on my bike.
You got road rage as a passenger on my scooter today on the way here.
Because of that fuckhead with his surfboard. If you want to go on this shortcut, hurry the fuck up. I don't care about your surfboard.
This is the new Bali. Used to be all love and light, and now we're here. Now Bali is, hurry the fuck
Oh,
up.
it's not our fault.
No, nothing's ever our fault. It's the other white people. They're the problem. It's everybody else.
Yeah.
Too many white people around here. Ruin the place.
Anywho.
For us.
The Slavics.
Oh, righto.
Okay.
All right. We've descended into gibberish and nonsense.
We were going to talk a little about hotness. Accidentally.
Oh, yeah. That should be a product placement plug thing. Hey, so there's still time now to get the launch special of the Accidentally Hot program, which is very specifically designed to get you into that. It's the closest thing you're going to find to, I want to do a comp prep without competing.
Simulated comp prep. But also for health. So it's not simulated comp prep. It's what you think comp prep is, and it'll get you to what you think. It's better than comp prep then.
Oh my God, is it the best thing ever? It totally is. Yes, it is actually, because I understand you, I understand what you really want. This is actually what you want, so I'm kind of prescribing. So this is the most prescriptive thing I've done since the Blitz. So the Blitz is, right, I'm going to take over your life, tell you what to do, shut up, stop thinking, just do as you're told.
You're pretty mean to people and that. That's why a lot of people get mad at you.
And, but it's a specific goal of just improving your body composition. This is to improve your aesthetics, which involves improving your body composition, involves changing your body mass, most likely. And then, as you say, at the same time, proactively working on health.
Yep.
So trying to get hot and healthy at the same time. Comp prep is just about, it's not even hot. It's about looking gross, stringy and veiny and gristly and icky, and whilst making your health worse so that there can be a brown, shiny image on stage that looks healthy and looks good. So we're not doing that. We're going to do the thing that you actually want, whether you know it or not. This is the thing you actually want. And it's different from the Blitz because boys are included, which made it massively more complicated because this is one of the things that people have said for years.
Boys are allowed.
Why don't you do a Blitz for guys? Well, okay, there's a whole conversation about the greater genetic variability of the male of the species and blah, blah, blah. It's actually way harder to do one size fits most with men than it is women. But I've done it now. And yep, I was right. It's way harder. So as a result, to cover the full spectrum of dudes and chicks at the same time, if you look at, so in Accidentally Hot, the possible combinations of training and diet, there are 17,004 different combinations of training and diet
in this program
within Accidentally Hot.
Holy shit.
So this is why when Karen comes along and says, well, I think I need a personal solution for my special snowflake. Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. I didn't realize you were the 17,005th extreme outlier for whom none of the other 17,004 options, combinations of training and diet might be vaguely appropriate. So that is how finely tuned the advice will be based upon your choices and preferences and requirements. So 17,004 people can do one program and none of them are doing exactly the same food and training. That's how complicated this thing is, and why, wherever you're at, this will have a solution to bring you in to that aesthetic, healthy ideal that we've been kind of talking about and talking around this whole episode. So yeah, it's the biggest thing since the Blitz. It's bigger than the Blitz. I wouldn't be surprised if people say it's better than the Blitz. We'll see as the feedback comes in. I imagine whichever one you do second, you'll think is better because they're not the same and they sort of they focus on different things. This is my guess, is that people will go, oh, I wish there was more of whatever isn't in the first one and it's in the second one, and so then therefore the second one is better.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it is freaking epic. I'm pretty proud of it. And
yay!
It's the biggest thing since the Blitz. It might be bigger. I don't know. And yes, that whole, why can't you do one for my husband? I'd like to do, we'd do it as a couple.
Yeah, now you can.
Now you can. And so I've also thought of that. There's the meal plans in there where you can adjust the portions. I've done the maths for you. So much maths. So you can do the same sorts of foods with different portions for his and hers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great.
So that's a thing. And yeah, as I said, you can still get in on the launch special and be a part of the competition.
Yay.
So we're going to hand out many thousands of dollars worth of prizes and cash.
Yay.
So you can get paid to get hot. You'll make back more than you invest because it's only $150, thereabouts. And I've really got to do better at the selling and stuff because I'm like the only person who knows everything that's in it.
Yeah, I don't even.
Because I've just sat at the computer for months and in here and recording and doing stuff. Like just the meal plan, like what it cost me for these professional meal plans, because this chick is amazing. Like I'm not a dietitian, so I don't pretend to be what I'm not, but I've got a great dietitian. So what it costs you to do Accidentally Hot, I spent 4 or 5 times that just on the meal plans.
Holy Scheisenhausen.
So you pay $150 for the whole course, and you get $700, $800, $900 worth of meal plans for $150. So because I know that, I'm like, well, that's just some PDFs attached on day 1 of day 56. There's like
how many days is it? How many weeks is it?
8 weeks.
Okay, great.
So yeah, just an attachment on one of the videos on day 1 is 4 times the value of 4 times what you pay for the whole program. So because I know that, I'm like, well, you'd be an idiot to not do this, and so then I won't like try hard to sell it, but I'm the only one who knows that. So I've got to say it. And we've got to like keep making obnoxious noise about it to try and get people to understand. Because I know you're an idiot if you don't do it. I know you're missing out on a great opportunity if you don't do it. Mm-hmm. I know what it's taken to put this together. It's massive. I know people are going to love it. I know people are loving it.
Well, yeah, the competition aspect is awesome.
Yeah, people like that. It's fun. So I tried to make it fun, put humor in it. I put a bunch of humor into the glutes guide earlier this year, and that's sort of one of the particular compliments I've got on that, is that it's not a dry university lecture. It's good information without being boring, because I do try to push a lot of information onto people, and if I do it like a boring lecture, no one's going to listen, no one's going to read, it's not going to work. So I try to pepper some deasyisms in there to be a little bit silly, lighten the mood, and keep the language sort of simple and straightforward and easy to follow. So even though there's 17,004 options, you don't have a list of 17,004 things to choose from. You choose between this or that, and then you choose between this or that, and then you choose between this, or this. And then if you multiply those choices out, that's how you get to 17,000 options.
Yes, I understand.
So it's not overwhelming. It's simple and straightforward. It will get you the exact, precise aesthetic outcomes that you want. Maybe you won't achieve it all in 8 weeks, but you're definitely going on precisely the right direction. And if you need more, it'll just take longer. It won't take different. Like, this is actually exactly what you need. How much of it you need depends on your individual starting point and just how lofty your goals are. But yeah, there you go. I'm trying to be a salesman. I'm trying to talk it up. Did I do a good job?
Yes. High five.
You're convinced? Great.
Okay.
All right. We must have gone overtime by now.
We're way over.
Yeah, you just don't shut up, hey.
Yeah, so we're way over.
All right. We'll cut ourselves off. Maybe the editor can cut out some of the nonsense, which was mostly Beck and not at all me.
Yep.
And so if you're looking for coaching programs, if you're looking for Accidentally Hot, link is down below. You definitely want to get on board that. But there'll be other things, or there are other things available as well in terms of programs, coaching, general no bullshit advice. So till next time, see ya.
Bye.